Hello, I'm Ellie for Edu for Java. This is tutorial number 7 of Android game programming. In this tutorial we are going to see touch events and sprite collision detection. What am I talking about? In the last tutorial we had managed to do all this, sprites moving in different speeds from one place to another. Now we want that when we click on one of them, it should disappear. For example, I click, click, and they should disappear. How are we going to do this? In the game view, surface view has a method which we can override. This one here. On touch event. Okay, Shift Ctrl F to order, Shift Ctrl O for the imports. This event is going to be called each time we put our fingers on the screen. And we're going to receive an event which has two properties, getX and getY, which is going to give us the position of the mouse, where the finger pressed the screen. In the emulator, it is going to be a click. From now on, I'm going to speak of on-touch event and click event as the same thing. Let's iterate on each of the sprites and see for each of the sprites if there is a collision or not. A collision would be if the coordinates x, y, where I sprite which collides. This one is going to be removed from the list. The remove of the list is going to give me an error if I move on in the list in a normal way, due to the reorder of the list. What I can do is an iteration in an inverse way. I iterate from the last one until the first one. the sprite, it means that it's going to be on this side. With these two and, we are sure that it's on this side of the line. Click here or on top. Sprite. We know it's bigger and we know it's smaller than the Y of the sprite plus the height. We know that it's in the row. It's as if it's here. If both conditions are true, we know that it's inside the character. We consider the sprite as a square. If we click on the square, it's going to be 2. Here you can see it disappears. There is a small trick that makes this a bit ugly still. I clicked and they both disappear at the same time. Let's run it again. Both. Here I have killed 3. For this game this is not good. I want to kill only the one on top. To do this, to just kill the one on top, I should add a break. A break in the on touch. This for is going to iterate, and if there is more than one in the same position, it will work. This break is going to avoid this. Another detail which we have to take into account is going to be this synchronize. This on touch event is going to be called in another different thread to the application. If you remember, we opened a thread, game loop. It's the one which makes the update and the draw. We have this thread here, which will be the one of the application which is going to manage the events. This means in game loop, we have another synchronize. We have another synchronize for the same object. See, I have the view.getHolder. What does this mean? I can only execute this or this delay so that it doesn't execute in less than, instead of 500, I'm going to write 300 milliseconds. Okay, that should be okay. Let's close this. To see the time when it came in, and the second time we're only going to let him in if the difference between the present time and the last click is more than 300 milliseconds, less than a third part of a second. We are not going to notice here. I also killed just one. It works. Okay, this is all for this tutorial. See you in the next one.